I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to snorkel with you over the reef of recovery, steering you through the coral and to the beach on the other side where you can relax and return to a full life. So I like to begin my videos with some breathing. We're just going to share a deep breath together. So we're going to breathe in through the nose for the count of 8, then exhale for the count of 12. A lot of folks ask me how I am different than other coaches. And that question rolls all the way back to when I was a teenager. And I encountered a man named John Connolly, a licensed clinical social worker with a PhD. And he created a system called rapid resolution therapy. And I began training in it. My mother was a psychotherapist. And so she was doing a training with him. And he noticed me and said, that young man looks like he's curious, looks like he's intelligent. Let's see what he thinks of this training. So I started training with John, and I've probably done about 6 to 8 trainings now over the years. And early on, I used my RRT training to help friends who were in desperate need, whether they were suicidal or they were facing PTSD or they were anorexic. There were a lot of different issues that came up. And the cool thing about rapid resolution therapy is it handles just this huge spectrum of different conditions. And the reason why it does that so well is it focuses on clearing the unconscious mind, removing traumas from the past. So what I'm doing is, when I'm working with clients, I'm using specific language and specific techniques to actually communicate with their unconscious minds using the input from their unconscious minds and the output from my unconscious mind. So it's very creative, it's very intuitive, but it's also something I've been studying for about 30 years. So I have a lot of experience with it. And then I also have my own personal lived experience of having had a long journey with chronic pain recovery and panic attacks, anxiety, arrhythmia, gastritis, you name it. I've faced it on my journey. So that's how I'm different. I'm not coming at this coaching from a perspective of I went to a course, I went to college for psychology, I'm not a licensed mental health counselor. I don't have those limitations. Those limitations make it very academic and very conscious level communication. My goal is to get into your unconscious mind and make those shifts. So it's not as much you having to make those shifts. That's my responsibility. And so I'm going to be moving you through a series of exercises, through these different techniques. It's actually kind of like a journey. It's like a very visual, very sensual journey. Like we're using our senses, we're connecting with unconscious mind using the language of unconscious mind, which is symbols, colors, animal totems, imagery, and we're going on a journey to set your course, to set an intention for where you're headed, which is out of these sensations and into a full enriched life. So I hope that makes sense. Feel free to drop a comment if you have more questions about that. It's a little mysterious, but it actually is based in the idea that unconscious mind is unconscious. So how do we communicate with the unconscious part of the mind, right? There are ways to do it, but they're not using the typical techniques of academia, of psychology, all of these evidence-based practices. Many of them do a little bit of that, but for the most part, they're very rational. They're very academic. They're very conscious mind, and that's how I'm different. I go deeper, and I'm also a creative artist. I have worked in painting, in music for decades. And so that creativity arises in me. That facility with language arises in me. So I'm becoming very, very attuned to your unconscious mind and what it's going to respond to. Make sense? So if you have any other questions about the way I operate, head to healingwolfcoaching.com and book a consult call. You can ask me questions there, and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together, to move you forward. And if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe to this channel so you can help me with my mission to reach as many people as possible so that they won't have to suffer at the level I suffered. They won't have to be bedbound for a year. They won't have to take all the side tracks and side steps and make all the mistakes and go through all the additional traumas that I had to unwind because I didn't know exactly how to get through this. It took me a while of using those rapid resolution therapy techniques. And yes, I worked with probably 4 different practitioners there. I also worked with pain coaches, but I came up with a way of merging those protocols and practices. So the techniques of Vipassana meditation, the techniques of PRT that I personally worked on, and the RRT techniques make it really different. So yeah, subscribe, thumbs up. I appreciate you watching, and I'm open to video ideas if you'd like to hear about something. And you can also download a free meditation by signing up for my mailing list at my website, healingwolfcoaching.com. Keep going. I know you can do this. I know you can recover. You'll soon be on the other side, and maybe sitting where I am, putting out videos and helping other people to recover. And that news will spread that recovery is probable and in fact inevitable if you go down this mind-body path. So I'll see you soon in the next video.